I got all the top junk trimmed off of this one this morning, so it's ready to haul out of here along with this bigger brother there. And look up there. It's not too shabby. There's good firewood in it, so that's all that matters. Today's goal now is going to be a little more effort. Let me move the camera here so I can see if I can get you a shot. For today's effort, I'm going to try and pull that log down there up the hill. And it's going to take some doing because it's pretty far down there. So, and there's no good sized trees right straight up the trail where I can pull it straight up. So I have to pull it part way and re-rig and pull it part way and re-rig. Yeah, you know the deal. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hook it up, pull this over to that slanted tree there, and we'll pull it up to the middle of the trail close to that and then work from there. And I think what I'll do is I'll take the choker cable down, put it around the log, and I'll put a pulley under the choker cable and then run the end of the rope back up to that slanted tree so we'll anchor to that tree. So we'll have a 2-to-1 because I don't know how much of the top down there and how it's embedded or what's it wrapped around the weeds and stuff. So we'll see if we can get it pulled out and then we'll figure that all out and what I got to trim off and stuff down there. So it's going to be a busy day, hard-working day, and we'll just see how it goes. All right, I got the choker cable and the pulley on that log, and then I got the rope comes up to that tree right there, that leaning tree there, and on that leaning tree I got a strap with the pulley. You can just see the line going through the pulley there, and I got the pull rope tied off to that tree. So we have in effect a 2-to-1 pull on the log. And I got the rope run up the hill to a pulley on a tree for a change of direction. I got it hooked up to Old Red down there. I had to run it kind of a Chinese maze to get it around Old Red, but I did it. So I'm going to walk up now and take a pull and see if we can move that log. I don't know if it'll move or not. We're going to try it and see. If it does, we're on our way. If it don't, we'll have to rethink. It's going to work. Ah, dear. 10:02, and I think I need a break, but I ain't taking one just yet. Okay, the truck stopped rolling. Where rope's tight. I think it's moving a little. I think I heard something snap down there. I think it's pulling out. I'm getting to the soft spot in the yard here. I don't want to stop. Let's see if I can keep going, get across that. All right, made it. All right, made it across the soft spot in the wood yard. I'm going to stop now, put some slack in the rope, and walk back over there and see what we have. All right, it did move. It's right up to where the pulley is. Good. So now I got to rehook everything and see what's going on. So I'll bring you back as soon as I get everything redone. Alrighty then. Did the magic of video. This only took a second. It seemed like it took forever. I got it re-rigged. I got the 2-to-1 back still on the log. And then I brought it up the hill here hooked it up to this tree, which is dead, so I don't know if it's going to hold or not. And we're going to try and pull it with Old Red and see. What I want to do now, on this move, what I like to do is get the log up to the trail, past where that log's laying across the trail, which is right, and there's some, right there. You can just see it sticking up there a little bit. So if I can get the end of the log up to about where them ropes are laying over each other right there, so it'd be pretty good ways up the trail and centered on the trail, then we can figure out how to get it on up the trail from there. Might not need 2-to-1 after that. Just a straight pull might get it on up the hill. So at any rate, I'm ready to give it another try. I'm getting wore out here walking up and down these stupid hills. It's a good thing I ain't real old, huh? 10 years from now, I don't know if I can still do this. I would keep trying. Well, my head feels better. I forgot I had my earmuffs on top of my head. I kept thinking I had a headache, but now that I've taken them off, my headache went away. What a retard. All right, I'm at the truck. Wish I could just sit here for half an hour. I think truck is kind of, I think slack's out of rope now. Truck quit coasting. We'll give it some gas and see what happens. Truck's moving. Feels like it's pulling. Pulling in spurts. All right. It moved quite a bit now. I better go back and look and see where we're at, because I don't want to pull it too far over. Oh yeah, looking good. Right about where I'd like it. It's kind of in the middle of the trail. It didn't come up too far. Came up some. But it's right about the middle of the trail. So now we got to re-rig again and see if we can just pull it straight on up the trail. So yeah, I'll take that. I'm happy with that. I'd have been happier if it pulled it up 15, 20 feet further up the hill, but this will do fine. Yeah, and them big rocks laying there look like they're just at the edge. I should push them out of the way. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Now I just got to figure out if I want to try and do the 2-to-1 to get it up here, or try a straight pull and re-rig if it don't work. Let me think on that a little bit. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I kept the 2-to-1 just because I wasn't sure I could pull it yet. It's pretty steep right in there, so I'm thinking I'd try and get up here higher first. And I hooked the stuff up here to this 2 little trees right behind the camera here. Will they hold? I don't know. I try to keep everything low so that maybe they will. But we'll try it and see. If I pull them out, more firewood. They're dead anyway. This one's pretty dead. This was a little alive, but not much. So we'll just try it and see. We got I cleaned out the big hunk of dirt and roots and stuff in front of it that it was dragging up. So we'll just do like we do, what we do here. Rig it and try it. If it works, it works. If it don't work, we rig it again and try it again. I already got it hooked up to the truck, the ropes, all the junk taken out of it, the slack taken out of it. Truck's running. So as soon as I can get there, we'll give it a pull and see what happens. All right, I'm in the truck. Truck's in 4-wheel drive. Here we go. Truck quit coasting, so I think we're ropes tight here. Give it some gas and see what happens. I hear something breaking. Hope it ain't my anchor trees. Oh, they just started moving, I think. Truck just got to where it can move. Alright, I think I better stop and go back and see where we're at. Put a little slacky and a ropey. I can see the end of it. It's coming right up here near the camera now. Now we're looking good. Oh, heck yeah. You know, I'd looked earlier, there's not a whole lot of trimming up on the top, just a few bigger branches. It's pretty big all the way to the top. So, Yeah, looking good here. Can you see? Yeah. Looking good, huh? Looking good. So now we got to re-rig to get it on up. I'll bring you back as soon as I get it re-rigged and get a plan in mind. See ya. All right. I went and tied off the rope to that tree up there where the change of direction is, where the rope runs down to hook up old red over yonder. I'm going to keep our 2-to-1. Now, I'm going to give it a try and see what will come up. There it is. See if we can get it to come up here by these other 2 logs somehow or another. We'll just go see what happens. I'm going to go try. I'll leave you right here where you can see. Holler at me if something goes wrong. I think I got all the slack out of the rope, so we should be ready to pull. And I think after this pull, one way or the other, I'm going to stop and eat something. I'm getting really hungry. I got my bag of goodies in the back of the truck there in the cooler. Truck don't want to coast, so we must have all the slack out. So I'm going to give it some gas and we'll see what happens. Don't want to go. They're starting to, there it goes easier. The log must have broke free, whatever it was hanging up on. Uh-oh, something broke. Something broke. I thought it was getting a little tough getting hung up. I probably should have quit. The rope broke. Rats. Luckily, I got 3 spare spools of rope in the garage, because I found 2 more. There was 130 and 150 bucks, and everybody else was 250 to 300. So I got the cheap ones. I guess from what I read on the one site, they was leftovers from before the prices went up, so they were just selling them at the prices they had before. You know, they weren't trying to gouge us. Let's see, what was the delay here? What was the malfunction? Yeah, it's kind of digging into the hill there. That's what the malfunction was. Well, phooey. We'll have to fix this up and see if we can get it on up here. We got it almost all the way. Okay. I'll bring you back as soon as I get it all figured out and redid. Again. Here goes nothing. What was the lesson we learned? When it gets pulling too hard, stop and go look. Then you won't break the stupid rope. Oh well. Such is life in the woods. That baby ain't moving. I better go back and look. Something's up. Something's up. Back, look in the mirror here. You back up and get some slack and rope. Let me grab my cant hook and bring it with me. I might have to try and move that log. I dug the dirt out from the end of it, but maybe I didn't dig enough. I don't know. Had a man down situation. Yeah, it don't look like it moved at all from when I dug it out. Wonder if I can move it over just a smidge. It's pretty hefty, so maybe not. Nah, I ain't gonna be moving this one. I don't think. Well, I'll have to put some pulleys over on that tree maybe to pull it over. And then I can get it over out of this hole here. Maybe that'll help it get going. What we'll do is put a big strap around that tree and a pulley, and we'll put this over here so it kind of rolls it and see if it'll go that way. All right, I put 2 pulleys on that big strap to the tree to the left and tried to pull it. Forgot to turn the camera on, my bad. Anyway, it started to move and pulled it out of the little holes in, so I'm going to try and pull it a little farther up towards where the pulleys are there. You can just see them. And see if I can get it centered up in the trail there. Get it up a little bit more over the edge. That'll make it a little easier to pull, I think. Luckily, when the rope broke, the piece on this end was long enough, I'm able to use it to pull, so. See if we can get it on up there a little further. There we go. I don't like us pulling. Now I better go back and look and see how far I move. I don't want to get the pulley and the choker cable jammed up into two other pulleys. Maybe break them. So you walk back and take a look. Wish my neighbor was here. Extra set of eyes is handy. Saves about 18 miles a day. Wow, see, good thing I stopped. Holy smokes. The pulley on the choker cable is right up against the pulleys on the strap on the tree. So I didn't stop none too soon. Wow. If I'd have kept pulling, something probably would have broke. Briars. They broke. Yes, just touching. So now, I guess we'll just take these 2 off, leave the 2 to 1, and see if we can just pull it on up that way. Right, let me put you on pause, because it'll take a couple of minutes to get them pulleys off. I'll bring you right back. All right, I'm going to try and pull it one more time, get it up here even with these others. I think, win, lose, or draw, this is going to be the last pull for today. It's 12:30. I'm hungry, tired. Headed out about 7:30 this morning. So it's about time to call it quits. I'd like to call it quits with this one up even with the others now. That'd be good. So let's just see. I think it's pulling. That was one of the the other pieces of log laying there getting pushed up, I think. You can just see it moved in the mirror. Oh, I see the end of the log coming up now. There, it's about even with the big one. Let's leave it right there. Let's not press our luck. So, but it's where I wanted it. It's here. It's longer than this one, but shorter than that one, but not by a lot. So it's a pretty good hunk of wood. And it's pretty big all the way up through here. So a lot of firewood in it. Now the hard part will be getting them down to the wood yard. I might have to saw them. I have to cut them in half or something. But for another day. I'm done for today. And I expect big storms because the weatherman said this morning there's no rain in the forecast for 9 days. So you know what that means. Oh, brother. That one moved on top of that one. Hope I can get the truck and get the mule around for sure. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So, broke a rope because I wasn't paying attention. Gave him more gas when I shouldn't have, so that happens. But we got it up here. It's not a gigantic log or ginormous. What word do we want? We want a big word. Let's see. There it is. It's not especially humongous log, but it's pretty good size. I'll get a lot of firewood out of that, so I'm happy with it. We use it. Another 2 weeks, it's time to quit hauling logs and start bucking and splitting anyway. Might even start early this year since I got all this stuff coming up in the fall here. And then the bladder surgery may push me back a week, but I've had them before. They don't usually bother me. I usually can get back doing things the next day. So, you know the plan, right? Everybody knows the plan. I will see you again Friday, 0600. See ya.